Coach, in the history of the NHL, there are only 2 players with more playoff overtime winners than Carter Verhaeghe, and he's played a quarter of the games as both of them. I mean, how ridiculous is Carter Verhaeghe in those clutch situations?
You're not going to leave us hanging.
Tell them who they are.
2 guys.
Joe Sakic and Maurice Richard.
Whoa, that's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, he is, and he's proven to be, right? He just has that ability to elevate his play. I can't explain it to you. It's certainly not a teachable thing, but it seems that as the energy level increases in a game, his game fits. It's a frequency. He operates at a very high frequency, and when the game matches that frequency, good things happen for him.
Coach, you have over 1,800 games in the NHL. You've seen a lot of saves over those years. Where does that one from Bob rank, just given the situation and, of course, the
I don't know,
skill?
maybe top 10 playoff for sure. That was impressive. He, and it's really what makes these guys difficult, because you'll go stretches without shots, and his read going across that net as the puck's coming to the net is hard. So that's a heavy push, and he's all in on it, but it doesn't come back. It goes all the way across the grain again. And then it's just determination and will. I mean, there's some pretty fine, if you watch, just slow the game down, there's some incredible saves going on, even in tight little areas, little tips. So there's some pretty fine goaltending going on in this series.
Knowing that you've said many times that you're a goaltending expert, of course.
Deep understanding of this.
Deep, high level understanding of that position. What does a save like that do to the bench? I mean, that was, the second period was not your best, obviously.
Yeah.
How much did the building, how much did the bench, how much did everyone need that moment?
It's the faith, right? You've seen it out of Sergei for the year, and you get, I would think both benches had the exact same feeling, like, our guy's on. It's going to be tough to beat him, and it was true, right? The second period, the shots are 15-13 for them, gets into a track meet. That doesn't do us a lot of favors. But we would expect that. We would expect pieces of each game the other team would own, and we had the quality of our offense tonight was considerably higher than game 1. Same for them as well. But that was probably what both teams kind of set out to do going into, I looked at game 1 and shots are 28-19, scoring chances are just about flat, and just about most of the analytic groupings that we look at said that too. And then this one, our A chances are considerably higher than they were. So we're there, so now we're gonna go back and see how we can eliminate those.
I have a 2-parter, if you'll allow me.
Sure.
Sam Bennett, any update on him?
We'll get them looked at tomorrow, and then I'll give you an update on
And how much do you miss a guy like that? Obviously, you're top 2 center, and he was at that one.
and rolling, right? He was going, that line was good. Then you got 2 lines that are really difficult to handle. So we missed him when he came out of the rotation. If there's a positive with it, played a lot of hockey without Sam Bennett over the last year and a half. Like he's had some unusual timeouts that we've been able to survive. We're fortunate, but I think Stanley and Lorenz kind of stepped up, and 2 big center icemen that can step up and play for us. Lundy can handle that job, so we don't want to be doing it for the remainder, but we're capable of doing it. There was that 2?
That's all they're allowing me.
No, I'll give you an extra one. You don't have to use the mic, we'll just talk like humans.
When you guys get into overtime,
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like you guys really just, I mean, you're so patient. How do you teach that? Because you guys have been on one heck of a run in overtime games in the playoffs.
I don't think it's something that you teach. I think if you ever understand what your game's supposed to look like, you just, you got something you can hold on to. And this is the style that we're supposed to play. But then you got a bunch of guys who've scored overtime goals. Like, why wouldn't Carter Verhaeghe be going out there going, there's a pretty good chance I'm going to score the overtime goal, because it's happened before, right? And Matthew the same last year. So we got guys that have had recent positive experiences, so they get on the ice and they're pretty excited about overtime.
Coach, hey, Bill from NHL.com. From your vantage point on the Bob save, as you see the puck sliding across, and Dumba is there all by himself, what What did you see? What goes through your mind as that is developing?
Oh, I had quit looking at it. I was using unkind language for the play that started. How it got there, that was just profanity straight down the ice. And so you don't see from the bench as much as you think, especially, the corners to the net. So I had no idea how it came back across the grain, but somebody got called names. Thanks for Bob, but we could all laugh about it after.
Coach, the killing off that 4-minute penalty, Del Myers start third period. You talk about all the different months. So it's just how important was that one to be able to kill that, especially with Tampa's power play being what it is?
Well, it's a game changer. You come out early, and then they had 4 minutes, and Bennett's out, and they would use him in a 4-minute penalty kill situation. So if we got a problem, and I know we're going to run Barkov and Reinhardt there into more minutes than I want them to play, relative to the rest of the bench. So that's huge, and then I think it's also like the power play that started the last 2 games have been important for us. Scored critical in game 1 and didn't get scored on in game 2, and then I liked our third. I thought it was a place that we kind of came back to form. We generated some things, and so I liked our third period. I think the kill drove that.
Thanks everyone. Thank
Okay.
you very much. Have a great